Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Today is a new soap. I've got 4 of them and they were very kindly it was done between Josh over at Heritage Hill Shave Company and I believe John Lucarian very kindly purchased these soaps and had them sent over. I'm not sure whether Josh helped out with the shipping, or I'm not sure. But thank you very much to Josh and John for sorting this out and actually sending them over. And the one I'm going for today, I've just unboxed these about an hour ago. Continental, and it is a chilled tangerine and menthol shaving soap. And the scent on it, it's really nice. I love citrus, but this is just a beautiful, crisp tangerine type scent. I would actually say it's more tangerine than orange. It does have that sort of more mellow tangerine scent to it. But it's a good scent strength for a citrus. Let's just see how it performs. Now, 6 ounces, as you can see on there. It's a lot of soap, and that's the label in the front. One thing it's unique, I think, I haven't seen it anywhere else. If you want to see the ingredients list, you have to head over to the website. That's great. However, if you don't have access to the internet, I mean I do, but I mean if I'm out and about, I can't actually tell people. So I don't even know whether this is a tallow based or a vegetal based or vegan based. I've got absolutely no idea. Given its heritage, I'm going to go with tallow. The brush for today, I'm going for an American made brush made by Charles Bullock over at Craving Shaving. He's just a fantastic brush maker. He's very new to the business of brush making. The knot in it is a Dura knot from PAA, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. You can't get these knots anymore, I don't think, but the wonderful knots. I think the half moon knot, I think from Turn and Shave, is very similar from what I'm told. Just going to have a little sip of decaf coffee. This is going to be a pretty simple shave really. Cold water shave today as well. It's not warm, it's about 20 degrees, but using a mentholated soap, let's just go all out. I'm going to dip the tips just a little bit. Right, that'll do me. That's around about, I think that was about 20-second loads. Maybe a little bit more or less, I'm not sure. There is one thing that I do notice when you use cold water over warm water or hot water, however you shave. If it's a very oil high consistent soap, or got a lot of oils in it, you know, stearic acid and things like that as well, it's very hard to rinse the soap off in the water. It's hard to rinse your brush off and your razor off because the cold water just doesn't melt the oils, soften them up to get off. I'm stuttering through this one, I tell you. I've got 1 day's growth. I've actually got just under a day's growth, to be honest. What a lovely scent. Very similar to Orange Chill Glaze, or Orange Chill from Sterling, but it just doesn't have quite that full sort of acidic citrus scent that orange has. It smells a little bit more mellow. Got no idea how much menthol's in here. I'm sure we'll soon find out. I've got a little bit of a gauge. I did shave yesterday using Arctic Mango from Shaver Heaven. That's a very mentholated soap, a really good quality soap as well, one of my favourites. Well, it's not strong enough menthol that it's hitting my eyes, but it's strong enough that I'm feeling it on my skin. Wow, even tastes fantastic. It actually tastes like a really sweet tangerine, or a sweet orange. It tastes a little bit like the lunchbox mandarins that you get for kids. The little tiny ones are really sweet and juicy. Right, let's do the brush. I don't know whether you can see the gloss up here. That's a good sign. It feels like a dense, heavy, creamy lather is good. So it's not hydrated enough yet, but I can tell you right now, so far so good. Scent strength is excellent for a citrus soap. It's a good 5 or a 6 in scent strength. It's really there. And given that it's just a singular scent, I'm still smelling it consistently, so I'm not getting used to it to the point where I'm actually losing the scent. It's there. And I'm still smelling it through the whole lathering process. Now John, who sorted this all out, well, for starters, what a top bloke for sorting this out, but he's a big fan of this soap. And it's not a soap, look at that. It's not a soap, in all honesty, that I've heard much about. Just going to paint just a little bit of water in. Right, that is a superb lather. It's very easy to work with, and let's be honest about it, it's in my top 10 best tasting lathers as well. It's fantastic flavour, really good tangerine scent and tangerine flavour, brilliant. Not that you should really eat it, I don't think essential oils are all very good for you to eat, but really tasty as well. Yeah, I know. I know what you're thinking, I think the same sometimes. The carved Christopher Bradley razor, stainless steel, with a Wizamet Super Iridium blade in here that's done countless shaves. I've got no idea how many. 3.25 inch handle, and it's got the A plate on it today, so it's the second mildest plate that you can get, which I absolutely love. I did recently find out, as in, was it yesterday or the day before, that Jack and Chris over at Carve, Jack from the Virtual Groom Room and Chris over at Carve have parted ways. I did actually watch Jack's video as well when he spoke about it. And it's a shame because I really like both guys. And sometimes it's hard when you both really enjoy something, it's your hobby and it's your job and everything, and your life and your livelihood. It can be difficult to make those decisions, to move people on and let people go. But I think in the time that Jack was there, I think he made a big difference. I'm just hoping that Carve don't go back to the previous customer service model. Now I don't know whether Jack made a massive difference to it, because I was always in contact with him generally nearly every day, if I'm honest, most days. But by all accounts, he made a difference to the customer service side of things. I think I've just nicked myself. Right there. We shall soon see. Right, first off, with the soap, it rinses out. Now this is a cold water shave with a high menthol, not high menthol, but I would say it's reasonably high mentholated soap. But you can see it's rinsed out probably 95%. There's a little bit just on the right here, and same there. But that's nothing, I'm really happy with that. It is melting down in the cold water quite easily as well, which is a great sign for me. I mean, soap doesn't generally do too well with cold water, so, or the lather should I say. But yeah, let's have a look at it. Oh yeah, residual slickness is superb. It's really good. Now, granted, I had quite a few spots of soap and stuff on there, but I can tell now when whether a silk's really slick or not. I mean, you can see the shine, the gloss on my skin there. It's really, really slick. So far, so very good. And it tastes brilliant. You can't really go wrong. I wonder if the others will taste as nice. Not that I'm a big fan of running around eating patchoulis and chewing on cedarwood, but who knows? And there you go, look at that. That's some nice lather. Scent strength is great. Oh, I can really feel the menthol now. I would put the menthol level round about, I would say, probably the Sterling, just the chill, not the glacial, just the chill range. It's just enough for it to be very, very enjoyable without feeling like it's too harsh for your skin. I love the feeling of the lather. It's a really nice feeling lather as well. I mean, I wouldn't say the actual lather consistency or the way it feels on my skin feels as nice as the Ariana & Evans Kaizen base. But that to me is quite a unique feeling base. But this is real top draw soap. It's really, really good stuff. Right across the grain. This is a no prep shave. I know this is a cold soap because this razor feels like I'm pulling an ice cube across my face now, which is, I really enjoy that. As far as I'm concerned, son, I can't get here fast enough to get the cold water shaves back out again. For those of you interested in my recovery, my wrist, I've got a watch on now, but you might be able to just see there where the scar is through my tattoo, that sort of pink scar there. My wrist is the best it's been, I think, pretty much since prior to breaking my arm. It's still not great when I'm twisting and weight bearing with it. But it's far better than it's been for a long, long time. I think mentally I'm in a much better place than I've been for a long time as well. In fact, probably a better place than I've been for over 10 years. And albeit that's down to myself, but I really have to take my hat off to my psychologist as well. Sometimes you just got to take your hat off to people that help you in ways that you don't really realise, you know. You think sometimes they're not really doing much, and before you know it, you're better than you've ever been. So it's certainly a big reminder to, if you're just not feeling right, just go and speak to someone. It's, you know, it's not embarrassing to go and do these things anymore, you know. It's just get it done. Look after yourself. Look after yourself, then you can look after everyone else. You know, especially if you've got a young family or anything like that. Yeah, this is a real good soap. It's a really, really good soap. Like I say, and I'll talk about it at the end. There is a downside to this soap, and it's not the soap itself. I'll speak about it at the end if I remember. In fact, I'll talk about it now. Why not while I'm loading up? There's only one downside really that I'm seeing at the moment from this soap. The scents are fantastic. Latherability, lather's easy. It's got a great skin feel on here. It feels like sort of liquid soap, very similar to Ariana & Evans, and I mean, this is excellent stuff. The menthol content is perfect. I wouldn't change it. I think it's pretty much spot on for me. But I am a bit of a menth head. I do like mentholated soaps. However, I have went through my crazy phase of trying the coldest in the world, and I prefer about this level. This and a little bit less I'm very happy with, because I do find menthol does affect your skin and it does affect your shave, there's no doubt about it. But yes, the thing that I really lets them down a bit are the labels. I just think, yes, it's Heritage Hill Shave. I know that going down that heritage route of George Washington and independence, I mean, I don't know what Continental is, what it's based, but they've got the flag on there. They're not horrible labels, they're just a bit bland, a bit, can't really put my finger on it. And sometimes really, most things I buy with my eyes. You know, if it's a restaurant, it's normally my nose, but if I see something, well, fuck, that looks good. That's generally how I buy things. If I see that and it's sat next to, just say, for instance, like Barrister and Man, Fougere Gothique or something like that, the label at Barrister and Man just sucks me straight in. Even some of the labels from Ariane and Evans, they may not be the best quality looking labels, but they jump out at you. But let's be honest about this, I'm really nitpicking here to find something wrong. And at the end of the day, that's a personal preference for me. That's not everyone's sat looking at these labels going, oh, they're not really that good, they're a bit, you know, so people just love them, you know, there will be people out there that really like them. I know it's a great soap when I can do that, and it's effortless. There's that weeper from earlier, just that one. It's effortless, the blade's just gliding over my skin, it's peeling the hair off. I'm not getting any irritation from the soap as well, which I'm really happy about. Especially with it being mentholated. Sometimes a mentholated soap can just sometimes get you, even though the soap base is great, but that little bit too much menthol can cause an issue as well, but I'm not getting that whatsoever. I could certainly load for 13 seconds with this soap comfortably and get a fantastic 3-pass lather. It's very, very slick. What a brilliant shave. Oh. I tell you what, that's refreshing. That is super refreshing. Right, so I'm going to finish off now. I'm just going to wet my hands. Finish off with a squirt of Codex Beauty Skin Superfood. Once again, I'm just going to run right through this whole tube and just see how long it lasts and how well it does. I can't fault its performance, but the longevity of it will be interesting because it's not the cheapest product in the market. I think it's about $50 US. You can probably see how much cream I've got on my face now. I'm just going to dry my hands and just tackle that again. Well, I'm very impressed, I really am. Continental mentholated shaving soap, tangerine and menthol. It's a great scent. It's an easy to lather soap. It's very, very intra-slick when you're using it. The residual slickness is great. It's a top soap, it really is. 6 ounces of it as well. I think if it's the right prices, it's $15 a tub, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think they're $15 for 6 ounces. That's great value. I can't really fault it. The only thing I can fault it on is the tubs are just a little bit flimsy. They look a bit cheap, the tubs do. And I would have to say the labelling does a little bit as well. But really, all that matters is what's inside the tub, and if you look beyond the labels in the tub and you use this soap, I can't really fault it. It's an exceptional soap. And other than errors from me getting a few weepers, I've got an irritation-free shave pretty much there with a mentholated soap, and that's pretty darn good. The brush today was my Craving Shaving Siri brush made by Charles Bullock over in the States, and the carved Christopher Bradley razor did all the wood chopping, and really, I'm really happy with that. That's a tremendous shave. A very, very comfortable shave with no issues with the soap. Yeah, brilliant. John, thank you very much for sorting it out, mate. It's really, honestly, there's so many people sent me so many things this year, and I keep forgetting people's names and all that, so look, the chances are I'll forget who sent me this stuff at some point, but I just hope you comment and message or whatever and just let me know, because it's really appreciated. I'm so happy to have all these things still coming in a time where we are struggling financially as well. It's just amazing. And Josh as well for actually packaging it all up and sending it over. I don't know whether he helped with the shipping or not, I'm not sure, but Josh as well, who actually owns the company Heritage Hill. Fantastic soap, great products, well packaged. They do a great job. Can't say much more about it. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.